You may be familiar with the Spectrum series of Jubilee videos where they gather people of a certain demographic and ask them questions relating to that demographic to see if they all think the same. I saw that and thought, what if Stardew Valley? So I've gathered 4 Stardew Valley content creators together to ask them questions about the game, the characters, and what the future of Stardew Valley looks like. Let's see if they all think the same. I designed these questions to make sure that no matter what you answer, nothing, like, it's not gonna make you look bad, so
love that.
Don't worry about that.
I'll do my best to make it look bad.
I'll turn it into a scandal, don't you worry, Sal.
With that said, our first question is, Pam does not deserve the house upgrade. Think about it. Think hard. 3, 2, 1.
Wait, I need more time, I need more time.
One debt to society later.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna ask Wickedy first because you do not believe that Pam deserves a house upgrade.
She doesn't do anything. What? She drives a bus. She literally is. Oh, I have issues with Pam. I love her very much, but like, I guess she gives me batteries, so I guess that's fine. But still,
I'd say it's a very complex issue, right? Like, Pam works and she has a job. And they live in a very small town, but yet she's still not able to afford a house. Now, I will say that she's not a very kind person to her daughter, especially, not a present mother. But the question had nothing to do with Pam's character. The question is, does this person deserve a house? And I would garner to say yes.
Okay.
Then why are you?
You are on the disagree side.
You're on the wrong side.
The question was she doesn't deserve.
No, I agree. I think that she. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Okay, I'm over here then. I'm sorry.
Out to be the monster over here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys, okay?
But I do very deeply think that she does deserve a house because in my Stardew YouTube series, everything descended into Pam, and I think that my audience has a soft spot for Pam, and collectively, they have instilled that into me. So now I have a soft spot for Pam, and she might be one of my favorite villagers. Now I just feel like it's unjust, you know?
Argon, any thoughts on top of that?
I mean, I just feel like everyone deserves a house to a certain extent. And if we could build one for Linus, I absolutely would in a heartbeat, probably before Pam. But regardless of how you feel about her, I feel like she deserves a house, sure.
Stardew Valley is a relaxing game.
Sean.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds. I'll replace it. Wait, Charlie, you have to move. You're standing in the spot.
We're so capable. 3, 2, 1, go. Is honestly exactly what I expected. All right, Argon, you're on strongly agree.
Yeah, I think Stardew is like the epitome of relaxing games. It's like, I was gonna backpedal a little bit and say there are elements that aren't relaxing, but I think for the right kind of person, which I think I am that kind of person, every element of Stardew is relaxing in a way. Even when I'm like freaking out in the bottom of Skull Caverns, getting assaulted by like 10,000 royal serpents, I'm like, you know what? I'm still having a fun time playing my favorite game.
I think that for the most part, it's a relaxing game, but I also think that like the way I play it sometimes introduces some stress, and a lot of it isn't even like a min-maxing or anything like that. It's just like I have for some reason told myself I can't, I don't know, use money or do this or that, and then I introduce stress for myself. So I feel like that's on me and not the game, so I'm gonna be here.
We'll skip over to Shani real quick. Strongly disagree.
Let me answer this question with another question. Wait, give me 2 seconds. I forgot my question. Hold on.
Fantastic.
Give me 2 seconds. It's gonna come back to me.
So Wickedy, you're on neutral.
Come back.
Clearly, I couldn't make a decision. It is the most relaxing, stressful game I've ever played. It makes me cry. It makes me, take a little nap sometimes. I love fishing. I hate it. I can't make a decision. It's both and everything and nothing at the same time.
All right, Shani.
The illusion of choice. That is stressful. The anxieties that come and the peaks and the valleys that fall between your effervescent choices.
Oh no!
Charlie was pissed. That come between the choices that you must constantly make day to day in an average day of Stardew Valley. Which crops are correct? What should I do on the day? How far do the mines go down? I passed out. Fishing. These are all things that culminate to this game being overall not very relaxing at all. Now, mind you, I am relaxed when I play Stardew Valley, but if you are to give Stardew Valley to the average person, they will be confused and lost, and overall dissatisfied with what their performance is. Then eventually, they start looking up guides, they start reading up on the wiki, and they've spent more time in Google Chrome than they have in actually Stardew Valley!
This one's a bit more meta than the game itself, but the space for unique Stardew Valley content is running out.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I need to click on the screen.
Shawnee on their own on the agree side.
We'll start with them, and then because I'm the lone soldier, you know.
Okay.
And
We'll
then I
start
can
with
combat
Argon
because I'm one man army. I'm Goliath. No, I'm David, and they're all Goliath.
then. All right, David. Argon, you start.
All right, as 1/3 of Goliath, I guess I have to represent hard here. Stardew is such a big game, and there are so many just diverse elements that you can put together in so many unique ways that even if we can't see them all, if you think long enough and hard enough, then you can definitely find something that hasn't been done before. And that's a huge part of what I love to do, is to try and find challenges that are insane and that no one would ever want to do in their entire life except for me. And and just go at it. And I think like I've still got so many ideas that I would love to execute on in some way, shape, or form in the future. And the fact that I have those ideas leads me to believe that there's yet more potential. I wouldn't say that we're just like at the peak of the iceberg necessarily. I think we're a little ways down, but running out of ideas? No way.
I have to absolutely agree with Argon. I feel like the type of content that's being made with Stardew is definitely evolving and changing. It's gearing more towards storytelling, be it through challenges or different types of content. I myself have a ton of different ideas and just can't execute it because I'm one person. And yeah, I think there's a lot of space. It's the type of people that want to fit into that space if that's what they want to do, especially with learning how to mod and kind of like creating things to fit your needs. Stardew Valley has a really good base for that.
Charlie, you agree with that?
Yeah, I think like Stardew Valley in itself as a vanilla game, maybe there's very limited things you can do, and of course you can like put restrictions on yourself and do crazy challenges like Argon and the stuff that Wickedy does and stuff, but I also think that there's a lot to be said about how like robust the modding community is too, because I think that adds a lot of like content in itself. Like I think a lot of what I like to do is just kind of like break it by adding a lot of mods. I know you're doing something like that too, Salamence, and like I think we all kind of have. So I think like in that way, like I think that we're lucky to have the creator be open to a modding community, and in that sense, like it'll never run out, kind of.
Nice. And Shawnee, you disagree with all of that.
Salamence, I'd like you to go to youtube.com. I'd like you to click on the search bar. And I'd like you to type 4 words. Can you guess what these 4 words are going to be, Sal? Argon left.
He's searching.
He went to go
I'm
Google.
searching right now. Yeah, you told us to go search. Well, you told Sal to go
tabbed
search,
out.
yeah.
Oh, I literally have my phone up. I was going to search, but yeah, I can't guess what those words are.
The words are 100 days and Stardew Valley. Here's what I will say. I love Stardew Valley, and I still have a ton of ideas for videos in the future. And I'm not going to stop making Stardew Valley videos anytime soon. But the lifespan of a single-player game is limited. And that's just the truth of the matter. 1.6 will probably be the last Stardew Valley update. And we are currently in a very big boon because the 1.5 update basically doubled the size of Stardew. But like now it's just because the nature of single player games, it is losing popularity. And if it doesn't continue to be updated throughout the years, then that's just what will happen. There'll be less ideas, the modding scene will become less active, and there'll be less creations in general.
Can I have our counterpoint?
Okay.
There are so many single-player games that are still seeing like very active communities. Like think like old games like Super Mario 64, anything off of like the old Nintendo consoles. Like, not even just in terms of like speed running, which is a huge aspect of things that isn't even we're not even touching on, but like modding for those games is still strong. I don't know why Stardew would be any different.
I think it's a little different because the Stardew scene, like the Stardew community in general, is just a lot smaller than something like Mario or Skyrim. Like that's what I would say.
That was a good discussion.
It was.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
I feel
Yeah.
pumped.
I love
I feel
that.
pumped. I'm ready to
feel
disagree some
torn.
more.
I have a question somewhat similar to that. After 1.6 comes out, I would rather have Concerned Ape work on Haunted Chocolatier than on more updates for Stardew Valley. 1, 2, 3, go. Resounding agree.
I think, I don't know, just selfishly, I'm very excited for a new game. But I also think, like, content-wise, I'm excited to be in a new, like, world, a new space to, like, I don't know, explore new characters and new mechanics and stuff like that. And I think, like, you know, Shawnee's kind of right. It's not like the well is running dry or anything. But then also sometimes I'm like, I don't want to play Stardew. And also, my name's Charlie, and I want a chocolate factory. So, you know.
Gosh.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's
I'm
Never
waiting.
thought of that. Holy cow.
I'm waiting.
Honestly, I want more Haunted Chocolatier purely for Concerned Ape. I feel like he might have kind of tapped his creative well dry with Stardew, and that's kind of why he's kind of been moving on to something else. Well, obviously because he has a lot of stuff going on, but I don't know. I feel like it might be better for him to get out of what he's been doing. It's going to be better for him creatively, and I just want him to be happy.
A lot of us have a parasocial relationship with the creator of Stardew Valley.
Definitely.
What I would say is that Stardew Valley is not a game that could be updated infinitively. Like, you know, unless we're going to be adding DLCs, you know what I mean, that are like expansions like Ginger Island every single year and to infinitum, and then the game will barely be recognizable as Stardew Valley. I think that we can add hard events until the day runs dry, but that won't really get to the point of Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is in a great state right now, and it's not really in need of any updates. So I think it's best if new content is focused on in like a new direction entirely. There's so many things about Stardew Valley that are just like the way that they are that like I'm excited to see that Haunted Chocolatier won't be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited for Haunted Chocolatier, like unreasonably excited. I'm both to see like what's going to be new, because I feel like it's going to expand even on just like the lore of like the Stardew world in a certain way. I don't know if it's going to be the same sort of universe, but either way, that's beside the point. The only reason I'm not on strongly agree is sort of to Wickety's point. I want Concerned Ape to focus on whatever he wants to focus on more than anything else. And if he feels like I think Haunted Chocolatier is the way to go that way. But if he has more ideas for Stardew, then who am I to say that he shouldn't work on those first? If that's where his passion is leading him, by all means.
This one is inspired by the September 2022 Nintendo Direct, where of the 20 or so odd games that were shown, 9 were farming sim games.
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
Yeah.
There are too many Stardew Valley-like games. 1, 2, 3, go.
Well,
Nice.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
That's a great split.
uh,
There are a lot of farming sim games, some better than others, and I mean, it's definitely, you know, diluted it, and like there's a lot of overlap with them. That said, do I think there's too many? I don't think there could ever be really too many, because like having more choice just seems like it can only be a benefit, right? Because it'll be access to like more ideas, more people will be able to like have the sort of exact experience that they want if they find the perfect game for them. Maybe Stardew's not that game, maybe it's something else, Coral Island or anything else like that.
Charlie, you agree with that?
I mean, I'm here because for two reasons. My first being, I always take issue with people saying like, not to like get mad at you, but just like a Stardew Valley-like game, like making it seem like all farming games are based on Stardew Valley. Because I mean, like, it all really comes from like Harvest Moon. I played that as a kid, and so it always kind of irks me a bit when people are like, oh yeah, this is just a ripoff of Stardew Valley, but X, Y, and Z. And it's like, Stardew Valley is a ripoff of Harvest Moon. Like, what are you talking about? But then also, I think that the reason I'm on slightly disagree, even though I do agree that it is a bit of an oversaturated like game niche, I still think that there's a bit of merit to it just because of the like diversity that's like could potentially be there. Like with Coral Island, I thought it was insanely cool to have the representation of like other cultures instead of just the same like grandpa, you inherit grandpa's farm and then there's like a couple bachelors and bachelor. Like it was really, really cool to like be exposed to a culture that I was unfamiliar with. I don't see Stardew Valley as like the pinnacle of a farming game. I honestly think that there's like something that could be better if it like incorporates those sorts of things. So I feel like that's why I disagree, even though I kind of do agree. I hope that makes sense.
I did choose the term Stardew Valley-like specifically.
Yeah.
Because it's like the way that like people are perceiving
exactly.
it.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Here's the thing. There is infinite amount of room for as many farming games as possible. The problem that it currently faces is that so many games are just completely uninspired and just are like ripping off Stardew and adding nothing else. It's like they're just very blatant cash grabs going for that same exact audience. And many of them do not look good and many of them are terrible looking. And that's why
Would you like to name one?
Yeah.
Well, one of them's already been named. And look, we're all content creators. We all get the fucking emails. We all have seen what they all are like. Most of them are just uninspired Stardew copies. And I think that there's infinite amount of room for really good farming games. You know what I mean? There's tons of room for stuff like that. Like I really enjoyed playing Moonstone Island. That it was like a new spin on that, and it was like still a farming game. But like, you know, I really enjoyed Ooblets. But like, I don't know. There's so many games that I won't name, but you guys know what I'm talking about, that are literally beat for beat Stardew Valley, just like the same exact cash grab. Oh wow, let's appeal a cozy farming sim to women. It's like, it's just very much like, to me, it's very transparent that it's like total BS, and they're like, oh, let's just do what Concerned Ape did. That sold 20 million copies, you know? Like,
yeah.
Wickedy, I'm surprised to see you on that side, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
I know.
You agree with Shawnee?
I actually do, because I get the emails too, and I get an overwhelming amount of emails of just check out this game. It's like Stardew Valley, but this. It's like Stardew Valley, but that. I can like literally go through and find 50 different games, and I'll try something out. I'll play it for 3 days and I'll be like, this is exactly like you said. It's Stardew Valley, but set in space or whatever. And I love those type of games, and I love cozy type of games, and I love like farming-esque games. But when you're creating this game specifically to jump on the Stardew Valley hype train, or the Stardew Valley train as it is, it's like, it's uninspired, and it makes me kind of sad. I'm like, you could be putting your potential to so many different things. You could be, instead of improving upon what you think is something that could make you a shit ton of money, you know, you could just be doing something better. I mean, you're freaking talented. You could do like whatever. You can make whatever game you want to make. But no, you're going to make a Stardew, and you're going to change it just a little bit just to make it your own thing. You know, I'm sorry, I could go on a rant, and I actually really do love a lot of these games. I really, really do. But like, when is enough, right?
I feel like I have, it's not that I've been swayed, it's that I've realized I have the same opinion, but I'm just disappointed. You know?
I'm
it's like, I want to leave room.
Too.
Well, not like disappointed in your opinion, but like, it's like I want, it's like I so desperately want them to be what they are trying to be, like something that can be better, and like
gems. There are really good ones out there, but it's just, you have to wade through a ton of shit to get there, and it's frustrating, you know.
All right.
For sure.
Wow, that got heated there at the end. If you like this video, don't worry, I have a second part coming out soon with the same people and 5 more questions. And if y'all really like the videos, I may make more, who knows. Thank you all for watching, see you all in the next one, and good night.